Hi there, it's me, Leanne, and today is my 2-week post-op update. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy on the 23rd of May in Tijuana, Mexico. I started my pre-op diet at 278. I started my surgery at 266, and last week I was 256, and today I am 250. So that's a total loss of 28 pounds, 18 pounds since surgery, and I'm happy with that. I'm going to try to be brief. You know me, though. I'm such of a blabbermouth. This week I moved to full liquids, actually a little bit before the end of last week, and I have experienced hunger for the first time, and it's not like hunger, like, oh my God, I'm sure you're all the same way. People look at how much you're eating and say, oh my God, aren't you starving to death? That's not enough to keep anybody alive. No, I'm not starving to death. Yes, I am hungry in that I can tell it's time to eat, and the food tastes good. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that I can't hold very much, and that's okay with me. And when I'm done, I don't feel sad that I can't eat anymore. I just, in fact, it's a whole huge experience trying to figure out your sleeve and figure out how this whole thing works. I finally figured that rather than putting a whole thing of yogurt in front of me and eating little bites, it tastes good, it goes down pretty well, and then I'm finding that, this thing might blow over. I'm finding that I might have one bite too many just because it's there and I've hardly eaten anything, and I think I should take another bite. But then I realize, that's not very comfortable. So now, and that's happened especially since I started solid foods a couple days ago, soft foods. That's happened a couple times, and I just have decided that I'm going to take my little serving, my little 2 ounces of salmon or a little 1/4 cup of whatever, and serve it up in a teeny tiny bowl and eat that. That way when it's gone, I won't just sort of absentmindedly put another bite in my mouth or two. And that way, if I still want another bite after a minute or two, I can have another bite. But I found that I was getting uncomfortable. I haven't ever had like a bad experience or a bad reaction to anything, or done the horrible, overeat sort of thing and had pain or thrown up. None of that. Just that one bite too many, maybe. There's my dog. I did, however, try to have a smushed up egg salad, a little bit of mayonnaise and egg on a little piece of a low carb whole wheat tortilla, thinking that'd be good. And I guess it's like bread. They say don't eat bread, and I guess lots of people do fine with it, but 2 little bites and I was done, because it did something. It expanded in my stomach or whatever, and I was like, okay, we won't be having any more of this, and now we have to wait a while before I can have lunch. So I'm getting used to my sleeve and how it tells me that it's empty, although last week, the first few days when it was empty, I got that kind of like growly, empty, not painful really, but uncomfortable feeling in there, sort of like when your stomach's growling and you're hungry, normally only more intense somehow. And the only thing that would relieve it would be to put some food in it or something in it. Now that's even kind of gone away. I don't get that gnawing sort of hunger anymore. I just don't ever feel hungry. I'm sure that will come back. I can't imagine that it'll be like this forever, but I'm loving it for now. I'm going to take it while I can get it. I have to remind myself to eat, and it's just sort of a thing I have to do. Not like I want to eat, or I'm craving, or it's not enough, or any of that. I did have yesterday my granddaughter came and visited, my cute little Peanut, and she's a busy bee, and I'm not supposed to lift anything over, I think they said 20 pounds, so that seems like a lot. For the first 6 to 8 weeks, especially because I had a really big hernia repair. And I'm sure she weighs at least 20 pounds and probably more. And she was having one of her, I need Nana every minute days, where it's like, Nana, Nana. And what are you going to do? So I ended up lifting her a lot more than I wanted to. My husband followed me around and kept trying to say, honey, let Papa do it. And she wasn't having any of it. So we tried getting her, helping her get up on chairs and come to me that way. But by the end of the evening, I was hurting. Not bad, but definitely hurting in there. And I don't want to do that anymore. So I just need to have another grown-up around when Annie tells me that she wants to be picked up and wants Nana. I've been back to I went back to work. I volunteering at the local public market where I sell my jewelry Monday, and I was pretty exhausted afterwards, that's for sure, but I did fine. I was on my feet all day. And then the next day, Tuesday morning, I went to the gym with my buddy Dolores. I don't know if you watch these, Dolores, but hi. For the first time since surgery, and I just did a slow, almost 2 miles on the treadmill, and that was fine. And then yesterday, I went back again and did 2 miles, only this time I was up almost to my old speed and really sweated. I worked hard, so that felt really good, and walking doesn't do anything as far as putting any kind of stress or strain on my owie. I'm having to hold this in the wind. I also came home from the gym on Tuesday and got into gardening. I grow all kinds of flowers and vegetables, and we do a lot around the place. Oh, you want to see my place? It's so pretty. I'm sitting on the deck, as you can see, and right across from me is, I'm going to show you, but I can't see, so I don't know if you could see that. It might be a pointless effort, and that would be my husband and a dog or two in the background underneath the tree reading a book. It's a lovely place to do that. Anyway, gardening, a whole bunch. Digging and raking and planting and, edging and cleaning out this flower bed and that flower bed and transplanting and all this stuff that I've always, I'd like to say, oh, I enjoy gardening. I never really have enjoyed the actual work of doing all that stuff. I've done it because I have to, but I've really realized that I kind of hated it because it always was so hard. You know how I said before, everything's so hard when you're fat? Well, of course, I'm only down 28 pounds or 25 or earlier in the week or whatever. But even just that has made a big difference in the way, how much I can move around, how easily I can move around, how tired I get versus not. And I actually enjoyed puttering around, doing all those have-to things for the first time since I have ever been heavy for so long. So that was really cool. Anyway, I did that Tuesday and Wednesday, and then today I woke up and I've got a whole other area where I'm going to have a little herb garden, but it was heretofore undeveloped, so that takes a lot of work to get the sod and weeds and all that out. So I did that until about lunchtime, and then it's not hot, it's just beautiful though. It's like 70 degrees and breezy, and but in the sun it can get warm. Yeah, I started on soft foods on I think Ishii said I could do that on, what's today, Friday? Wednesday. Oh my God, I had grilled salmon for dinner and beets. I was having a craving for beets of all things. Some green beans. I didn't eat very much, but I had the rest of it for lunch today, and oh my gosh, it was good. So I'm still kind of, I'm only just doing the soft things, one meal, maybe two a day. The rest of the time I'm still doing protein and soft things because I don't want to just jump into the new kind of food. Yesterday, I have to say, last night, after several hours of hanging out with my sweet little grandbaby, I was really worn out from from that. She's a busy little thing, and I've always been worn out because she's always a busy thing, and I've just been too fat to do it. But last night I was a different kind of worn out. It was like, okay, I'm really tired. I need to rest. Only if you've got and plus the feeding her, it's like, who has time to fix anything for myself? Oh, she's having little Annie's graham bunny cookies, or a cheese stick, or she's having a cracker, or she's having, and I found myself just like a rubber band snapped back into that. Oh well, I'll have a bite of this. Oh, she didn't eat that. I had a bite here and a bite there. And of course you can have a bite here and a bite there and you don't feel it. It doesn't seem to add up if they're spaced out. And then I had like a couple of, they're these little teeny tiny graham cracker cookies that are like that big. You can't see it. There, how about that? And I ate 2 of those because they're just tiny, but I didn't even think. It was just sort of like, oh, you pop it in your mouth because it's there and it tasted good. And suddenly I got really scared because I'm thinking, yeah, you're all floating on this wave of euphoria here. Look at you. You don't eat very much. You can't eat very much. You're losing weight at a pretty good rate. And it's going to be like this forever, although I know it's not. We all talk about the honeymoon period. Well, I'm just starting the honeymoon period. I mean, and already I caught myself falling right back into the grazing thing, a bite here, a bite there. And I thought, oh my God. The worry, my instant worry is like, oh my God, what if I just kept doing this? Would the sleeve disappear? Would it not work? Is everything going to be right back the way it was? Just this kind of gut fear in my stomach. Oh no! Has anybody else had that? Ugh, I hated it. I woke up this morning feeling renewed and was happy with my loss. Although weighing once a week is hard, I did cheat and weighed on Monday. And I was down 3 pounds from Friday, and then I was down 3 more pounds today. So I'm glad about that. But weighing, I'm glad I'm not weighing every day. I'm not gonna. Once a week. That's my mantra. Interesting reaction from folks at the gym. I just happened to arrive there on Tuesday at the end of a class that I used to always take, so all my ladies are in there. And they were all surprised to see me. I haven't seen you in a while. And oh my gosh, are you losing weight? They're like, people noticing already? I can't imagine it. I don't really. And so, yeah, and I just decided to tell them in a group. So, I mean, one of them knows. So it's just a matter of time till the other ones do anyway, right? So I just told them, and the reactions were mixed. One lady never made a comment or a reaction one way or the other. My former personal trainer, well, she said, good for you. She knows how I've struggled with this forever. So, and then one of them said, oh my God, I would never go to Mexico, or Tijuana, let alone have surgery there. And so, I'm starting to get my, first negative reactions, and it didn't bother me. It's like, I don't really know her that well. And one thing I do know about her for sure is that she knows nothing about what I did or where I did it or anything about it. Look at my hair. Nice. Anyway, so whatever. People can think whatever. People can say whatever. No one lives in my body. No one's been in my body and lived my life, felt my feelings, thought my thoughts, experienced my experiences, but me. So I did this for whatever reasons that I felt were good. And if you want to criticize me, well, then that's fine. It's not going to make any difference to me because I'm doing what I need to do for myself. And it isn't dependent on what you or anybody else thinks. So anyway, I was kind of glad to see how little that bothered me. It was just sort of like, yeah. And then I said to her, she said I'd never go to Tijuana, let alone have surgery there. And I said, have you ever been to Mexico? And she said, no. I said, well, there you go. I have. I really love Mexico. So anyway, there was that. Now, real quickly, I am going to talk to you about some goals that I've set. My numbers goals My first goal was 256 pounds because the lowest I've been for the last many years is 257, and that was only for a minute. So I hit that last week. So a week ago. So that's already my first goal down. My second goal is 240, which is 10% of my body weight and 10 pounds away from now. Wait a minute. No, actually, here, get this. I'm 250. I figured this wrong. I weighed 278 pounds, so I rounded that up to 28 pounds being 10% of my body weight, and I lost 28 pounds as of today. Well, I'll be check that one off. Yahoo! So, then the next goal after that is going to be 220, I guess. That seems so far away. I'm sure I'll look back and say, oh, remember how far away that seemed? But it just seems so far away. That'll be 50 pounds. And I'll be really happy to celebrate that. And then the last goal I have for now is Wonderland, of course. That'll be unbelievable when I hit Wonderland. And as far as an ultimate goal, weight-wise, I don't really have one because I don't know. When I was in my mid-40s, about 15 years ago or so, I lost a ton of weight on Fen-Phen and got down to 170, 175, and felt and looked great. So that's kind of like a ballpark image in my mind. I don't know what I'm gonna, maybe I'll feel that way at 180, 185. Maybe I'll get to 175 and I don't feel that. I don't know. So it's a mystery to me too. And then I have a couple of non-scale goals. Let's see. I haven't looked at these for a while. Somebody will notice that I'm losing. Somebody who doesn't know I've done this, and that has happened twice. And my current pants get just too baggy to wear. I'm almost there. I'm still wearing them just because it feels good to have such baggy clothes. I'm not used to it. I'm down probably about a size-ish, but I tried on all my pants this morning and got rid of a couple pair that I know I'm just not going to wear that are too baggy to be worn in public. And I'm still wearing like a size 22. They're just super comfortable now. Oh well, in time. I have to remember, my metabolism ain't like all you young chicks in your 30s and 40s that complain about your period. Well, not that you complain, you don't, but I'm old, and now my midsection wants to hang on to every last fat cell. And then my third non-scale goal that I haven't hit yet is to get back to the gym and do a decent cardio. Almost yesterday was a decent cardio, but I think I'm going to try the elliptical. I don't think that puts a lot of stress and pressure on my midsection, so I'm pretty much almost there. I worked hard yesterday and was a sweaty blob when I came out, so only other thing I think of is I'm having trouble with water. Now I have a little bit of Crystal Light energy in there. Not that I've ever had a problem drinking water, but I just forget. That's the trouble. I need to carry it with me everywhere I go. Otherwise, I forget. I laugh. I think about maybe I should get myself one of those beer hats, that has a couple of thermal cup holders on each side with straws that snake around into your mouth. That's what I should do. I'd look nice too, don't you think? Hey, you guys all have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back at you soon, at least in a week anyway. So you have a great weekend. It's Friday. Woohoo! Bye.